Hello, hi. Anybody home? Hello, who is joining us today? Hello, who is joining us today? Hello, say hi if you join us. Say hello, say hi. Welcome to today's live. If you join us, say hello, say hi. Who is with us? Who is with us this evening? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending on your time zone. We're here today for day 6. If you are just joining us today, just know that today is day 6. You need to go and check topics from day 1 to day 5. It has been an amazing month. Speaking on mastering marriage, speaking on how to build beautiful marriage, speaking on issues that is affecting marriage. Before I go right in, my name is Kate Eze. I am the queen of beautiful marriage, a certified marriage therapist. I love helping couples build purposeful, intentional, beautiful marriage. I love guiding couples, especially those couples that are newlyweds, the young couples. Their marriages are between 0 to 5 years. Why am I passionate about them? Because most of the marriage crisis starts from the foundation. People who are divorcing in their 10th year, 15, 25 years, if you dig deep, the reason for their crisis started the very first 5 years of their marriage, and it stretched till the time they divorced or separation, or even living as roommates. So when you catch them young in that foundation, that young newlywed, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, whatever foundation they are able to lay at that year is what takes their marriage far. So how you do, or how you are doing, or how you did your first 5 years of marriage determines how your 25 years will be. That is why I'm passionate about them. I want to catch them young. The moment they are stepping in, I am grabbing them to teach them, to help them master marriage. And before we continue, I want to remind you of our 2026 projects. MREN, as you know, Marriage and Relationship Empowerment Network Forum, it's not just teaching about marriage. We are not just teaching people about how to build beautiful marriage. We also try to help families to relieve financial stress, because we know that a lot of families are going through crisis today because of financial stress. So this year we have decided to visit 6 hospitals, and each hospital we are going to be putting a smile on the face of 3 families. What are we going to do for them? We are going to be helping them to clear their hospital bill for the delivery of their child, and we are going to be providing them baby essentials. So please, if you want to help us achieve this, we have 18 families, that's 3 per state of the 6 states where MREN is actively involved in. If you want to help us to achieve this, you will see the account number around this video. Please, you can send your token, then send us a message through the admin for records and accountability, and we will appreciate it. We pray that your pocket shall never run dry. And for those who has been donating, my Emren women and other people, God bless you. I appreciate you. God knows that you are doing this for families to stand. So thank you. We pray that it's going to be a success. So let's go right into why we're here today. So day 6, what we are discussing today is what couples assume before marriage that hurts them later. A lot of people assume plenty things. This night I'm going to be touching just about 5 things that couples assume that hurts them later. This is from my observation, having counseled couples over the years, having sat with them, discussed with them, try to understand them, even having handled some premarital counseling. The things I observe is what I'm going to put down here, just 5 out of many. And this 5 is something that I know that if you stick to it till the number 5, especially my men, if you see this video and you're a man, I want you to stay till you hear number 5. And if you see this video and you're a woman, I want you to stay until you hear number 4. These 2, I specified it for both of you, right? Okay, so over time I realized that these 5 things is one of the major things that affects marriage, because people go into marriage assuming these 5 things, and when they enter the marriage, the moment they say I do, these 5 things are bringing up their ugly head. They are confused. They will be thinking, oh, did I make a mistake and all. In fact, I just got off counseling session, one-on-one session with someone like 30 minutes ago before coming this live. These 5 things that I mentioned here came up in her case, in her assessments, because before we take you on one-on-one or groups on one-on-one, or even for your one-on-one session, we first of all send you an assessment form where you will fill. That assessment form will tell us exactly what your problem is, where you are at your marriage, whether you're in the critical session, or you are still in manageable, you are still in separation, divorce. It's going to give us, the level where you are, to help us to know how to approach you. Some people need immediate attention. Some people need intervention, divorce intervention. Some people need even suicide intervention. So it depends. That assessment is going to tell us. So her assessment is showing, heartbroken, and all that, and also all her issues were glaring. The moment I saw it, I knew that it was critical. I had to quickly fix a date for her today, even though my calendar was filled up. But because of the level where she was, I had to quickly put a date for her. Luckily for me, I came back from work early enough to handle her case before coming this online. So I noticed that these 5 things I'm going to mention today came up in her case, and when I was mentioning it, she was just smiling. See, her marriage is just 5 years, right? I'm sure that God has taken control. I'm sure that marriage is going to be beautiful again after this night. Okay, so number 1 thing is that couples come into marriage believing that their spouses will change. Now, you are dating someone who probably was violent, and you are believing that marriage is going to change the person, or you are dating someone who is not kind, who is not emotionally matured. You are believing that when you go into marriage, he will change or she will change. In my single group where I teach the single women, it comes up, and I see some people coming to report some things, because one of the things I do in the group is when you want to get married, right, when you are dating someone, I encourage you to buy our book, 1000 Honest Conversations Every Single Must Have Before Saying I Do. So when they get the book, they start to ask questions from the book. They start to discuss it with their spouse to be, and most times things come up, and then they come back to me for counseling, and then I am seeing danger, and this person is not seeing the danger. If you want to book the book, you can just comment book, and I'll send you a link to the seller so that you purchase that book. It's 10,000 naira, and I can assure you that every single needs to pick that book. You need to read that book so that you can have those hidden conversations you're running away from to prevent pain. So I noticed that they come back to me for counseling after maybe using the book for a while, and then someone is listing something somebody is doing. I am seeing the danger and she's not seeing the danger. Recently, last week, one of them came to me and was saying that a man that she is about to get married to said that once they were discussing, because in the book there's a place that talked about, how management of phone. So he was discussing about phone and all that, and this guy is saying that if I get married to you, you will give me your SIM card, the current SIM card you are using. I'll buy another SIM card for you, and I will either break the SIM card or I will be using it. Anybody that calls, I will answer. And this lady is not seeing the danger. You're not seeing the danger. You are telling me that, oh, maybe he doesn't mean it. By the time I was done with her, she did not just run away from the guy. She blocked the guy in every of her social media. Yes, because I've seen the danger. I have seen where he's going to, but she's not saying it. And one of the things that when they now get married and you believe that, oh, he will change, without knowing that anything you are seeing in dating, if you are seeing something that somebody is doing as a 50% of that person, by the time you get married, that person is going to give you that thing 100%. So if he is thinking about collecting your SIM card, when you get married, that same guy will not allow you to associate. This is a girl that is doing business. The tendency that guy is going to close down that business is high. But she wasn't saying it. Then she goes into marriage, and then the guy brings out that hand. She'll be start shouting, my partner has changed. It was an assumption. She just assumed that the guy was not going to do what he said he was going to do. So this is one thing. People go into marriage seeing glaring. Like I tell people when they come for a infidelity recovery process, or when they come for violent recovery process, by the time I start digging deep, you will see that these two things showed its ugly head while they were dating. But as usual, maybe because of pressure, because of society, or because of the person has money, or because of whatever reason, they will go into it only to start complaining when they get into marriage. I've seen several examples. So that's one of the reasons. Number two, assumptions that couples make that affect them in marriage is that good marriage don't have conflict. It's not true. I'm currently going through a training called Conflict Management in Workplaces, and one of the classes I had today is on conflict. Conflict management. And one of the educators says something. Our life is full of conflict. Our life is full of conflict. Everywhere you go to, there will be conflict. In your job, in your house, in the church, on the road, while driving, while walking, while eating, anything you are doing, there's conflict. So there is conflict around you. The difference between you and another person is how you manage your own. So people believe that, oh, my marriage is going to be perfect. My marriage is going to be, because we love each other, we are perfect, we have not had any issues, the marriage has been fine, or the relationship has been fine. Conflict will come. In fact, I am recommending that every couple that is going to premarital, conflict management and resolution should be a stand-alone course, because conflict management and resolution skill is one thing every human being should acquire. It helps you big deal in marriage. So don't say that there won't be conflict. No matter how good your spouse is, no matter how kind your spouse is, conflict will always occur. The question is, how are you managing the conflict? That's where the difference lies. The difference between you that is having issues in your marriage and some other person that the marriage looks perfect is in the handling. But you see conflict, it is sacrosanct in marriage. It must come. Number three assumption is people assume that marriage will automatically make them happy. Hey, you see this one, especially my women. In fact, This woman, when I was talking with her this evening, one of the things I observed is that she hung her happiness on the husband's neck. So any little thing the man does affects her mood. No, marriage will not automatically make you happy. I hear women when they say things like, oh, let me just get married and go and rest. Let me get married and go and enjoy. Women come into marriage believing that this man is coming to be my happiness. He's coming to be everything for me. He is going to be sent for me. So they go into marriage, they're not seeing the happiness. For them, the man has changed. I watched a video of a lady who 2 days ago who said that before they got married, the husband used to kneel down to beg her. The husband, that the fact there was a time the husband drove to, I think from VI to Ikeja, from Ikeja to VI, just to make her happy, you know. But the husband wants to know how she's feeling for every time. But now that since they got married, it has disappeared. The man has changed. No, he didn't change. He just switched from being boyfriend to being husband. The thing is, the problem is that women find it difficult to switch from being girlfriend to being wives. Men switch. The moment you hear I'm a husband, they switch. And their switching is in their authority. Those things that you were doing then that he will overlook, he will not overlook it, because the mantle of the authority of the head of the home has been handed over to him. And the onus is on him to ensure that that home does not go astray. Look at what happened to Adam and Eve. Eve is the one that ate apple. Eve is the one that discussed with devil. Evil is the one that collected apple. Eve is the one, that ate apple. Eve is the one that gave apple. When God came, who did he call? He called Adam. The question was directed to Adam because Adam was expected to hold down his home. That is why the moment you switch from boyfriend, girlfriend to husband and wife, the authority switches to husband, the head of the home. Your boyfriend is not your head. Your boyfriend is not the head of your home. There is no home. So you can do some things, he will overlook it, he will forgive you, he will not even discuss it, but not as a husband. So what happens is, by the time you switch to that husband and wife, and your husband switches to the authority of the head of the home, the next thing is some of the decisions he will be taking will be making you unhappy, and then you will not say, I am not happy in my marriage. Marriage will not make you happy. If you are not a whole person, if you are not a happy person and you go into marriage, sorry is your name, because marriage is going to make it worse. So you must be in your healed place. You must be like a whole person. You must be a complete person to go into marriage, so that the next person that is coming is going to compliment you. But no, many women, many men even go into marriage believing that getting married will make them happy. That's an assumption, and most times it affects the marriage. Number 4 is, like I said, this one is for the women. For the women. Number 4 is, my husband, they assume that my husband is a saint. Like the way some women carry their husband like this, they believe that he's a saint. My husband is pure. My husband be me, as in their husband be me fe. And I was just laughing. I remember sometime in the group when we were arguing, we're talking about cheating and all that. One woman was swearing, my husband can never cheat. My husband is this. My husband is that. He's a man of God. Nothing will ever. And I could remember I told her, I said, I'm not praying that it will happen, but please give room for eventualities. These men are human beings like you and I. They are not saints. There's blood going through their body. If you can sin, it doesn't matter the type of sin. If you can sin, then they can sin. The difference is the type of sin. So when we believe that, they are not God, they are just close to God. The way the Bible said in the place the hierarchy of the home is God, man and the woman, right? God did not place man on top of him. There's still God. That's to tell you that, oh, this person is also a human being. Anything can happen. That is why I preach forgiveness in marriage like drinking water. So the women believe that he's a saint. Then if something happens, they will now carry it on their head and feel so sad, like the man has killed them. No, he didn't kill you. It is you that is believing that the man is a saint that killed yourself. While I was having session with her, it's one of the things that came up. She got married and believed that the husband is spotless. No, he's not spotless. When you understand that he's also a human being, it will help you to give room for eventualities. Give room for forgiveness. Give room for excuses. Yes. Give room for cutting your spouse some slack. Right? Number 5, which I attribute to men in particular, number 5 assumption that men in particular do that disorganizes them in marriage is, I can control her because she's a small girl. You see this one? A lot of men that are hurting today, that are going through shit today, fall into this category. You will see a 40-year-old man, he will go and marry a 20-year-old girl, believing that he can control her, believing that he's a small girl. She will listen to me. How am I now about no senanya? On my counseling room, if I look at the schedule of the people I've counseled, majority of the crisis we are having today is falling into the older men who went to marry small girls, believing that they will control them. And what they don't know is that over time, these girls will mature. Women evolve. They will mature. And what happens is when they got married to them, a lot of them, many of them, when they get married to them, they try to suppress them. They try to oppress them. They try to, be like Lord. Now, these girls will keep, managing it, growing. And then God want to punish you. They now come in contact with all these Facebook advisors, marriage advisors. Forget it, you're gonna. If you come my DM, if I open some of my DM, listen to some voice notes from men that are practically crying because of what their wives are doing. Somebody sent me a message yesterday from Gambia, and the first thing he said is, Lady Kate, help me, I am dying. My wife has refused to give me peace. And when I started asking questions, this guy is 42 and the wife is 23. Many of them. By the time I start digging, I will see that these guys are way older than these ladies. And why they got married to them is believing that they are going to, they assumed that they are going to control them. And when they got into marriage, it changes. That's an assumption. So they are now crying like, I don't even know what to say. And it's so bad because they can be stubborn. You see, those set of women I'm talking about, they can be stubborn, very stubborn. So you see, the men are stuck. The men are confused. They don't even know what to do. Because any hand they bring, in fact, it's so bad that this set of women I'm talking about don't go for counseling. They don't go for counseling. You call them, they will tell you they are not interested. Because over time, what they did to them when they started the marriage, and the people that are coaching them, I tell them, I said, you people don't know who is coaching your husband, your wives on Facebook and TikTok and everywhere. If you have an idea, the coaching that is happening in your home, you, the man, will go back home and go and check what is happening in your home. But no, many of you will tell me, I am the man. You will be there doing you are the man. They are dealing with you from under. And most times, do you know how many people have come to me to say, Lady Kate, help me. My wife left my house with my children. They don't even know where the kids are. They don't know where the wives are. So when you assume that, oh, because she's a small girl, you can control her, Shege Banza is waiting for you. Yes. I'm not saying some of them are not nice, but by percentage of what I have seen, you see all those girls you say is a small girl, they are the ones that is showing them Shege Banza. So you don't assume. You do not assume. These 5 major things is one of the things I have observed. I don't know if you will be able to if you watch this video, you can put down what you also observed. You might not be a marriage counselor, but I'm sure that you've been speaking with people. So what is that assumption that you think that couples assume that affect them after marriage? And when you come across this video, please share. You might be saving a home. You might be saving a human being. One person is enough to save a marriage. Now, what is the solution? I'll just give you 3 solutions. Number 1, don't assume, discuss. If you are still single, even married, and you are hearing my voice, get that book. 1000 honest conversations every single must have before saying I do. It's for your own good. Don't assume. Number 2, prepare for marriage, not just planning for wedding. A lot of people just prepare for marriage, they're not planning for wedding. So you go, you once you finish the wedding and then you enter marriage, the first 5 years you are confused. Number 3 is build intentionally after marriage. These things and some of the other things are things we are going to be teaching in webinar, in Mastering Marriage webinar coming up on 27th of this month. If I were you, I will not miss that webinar, especially if your marriage is between 0 to 5 years. Come with your spouse. Let's learn this and more. Let's secure your foundation. Let's give you a blueprint that will take your marriage to 25 years. Let us build intentionally. With what is happening now on the social media, with what is going on now, if I were you, I will run to Mastering Marriage room, where we will be teaching you the things that will help you help your foundation of marriage to get strong. Drag your spouse. I said it is a spouse. I'm going to create course is going to be for spouses and even singles, but I will really encourage you to come on board with your spouse. Come and learn. Come and unlearn, relearn, and practice. It's happening on 27th of this month. If you are interested, just comment webinar under this post, and I'm going under this live. I'm going to be sending you a link to register for that webinar. I'm sure you don't want pain. I'm sure you don't want fight. I'm sure you're tired of fighting. You're tired of separation. You're tired of explaining without evidence. Join me on 27th. Let's learn together on how to build beautiful, intentional marriage. Thank you for joining me today, and thank you for sharing this live anytime you see it, and thank you for the recommendation, the likes. I can see all the love. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I will see you again here tomorrow, the same time, 9 o'clock West African time. Another topic we are going to be discussing on part of the things that will help you to master marriage. Right? Tag somebody, recommend our page. Let's build this together. Don't forget, I love you and I celebrate your marriage, and I believe that every marriage can be beautiful again if the people involved in it become intentional. So come on board. Let's do this so that we'll have a better society, because better marriage means better society. Thank you for joining.